Alright guys, so when I first moved into the van, I just thought, I need a blender for this. I mean, I've tried doing those shaker bottles, but it just never gave me a satisfied blending of what I wanted to do for my protein shakes. So, I should probably put a lid on this so I don't accidentally spill it. And make sure it's locked. So I did get this thing, which is the Hamilton Beach liquid door. I don't think this side is English. Let's go to except this one has like my order information all over it. But it's the Personal Creations blender. There's the English side. What I like about these is they're basically a cup on their own. So you blend it and you don't have to get another dish dirty because you just take this off and this is your cup. And especially for me as a single person, it's not like anybody else is going to use it. There's nobody else who's ever going to drink out of this thing. This is just for me to be able to blend my drinks. Now I did read up on USB blenders, which of course a USB blender would be much easier in the van, but I've also heard mixed results with USB blenders, and I'm like, I have a solar system, I have a 300 watt inverter, and I also have this, which is a 300 watt Rockpal's power station that a subscriber sent me. And honestly, I use this thing all the time. Like, I wish, I keep telling myself I need to review this because I use this all the time. I don't know that I ever would have bought it on my own. I also have a 200 watt Max Oak Bluetti station. As much as I like that thing, the issue with it is the power cable snapped, like it just bent and broke off, and so it won't charge the station anymore. I can still charge it from 12 volt, but it's much slower. And when I wrote to Max Oak Bluetti, they were just like, sorry, we don't sell that part separately, which made me not feel good about them. Right now I feel like they're dedicated to their larger units. There's like a 2,000 watt and a 1,000 watt, and they're pushing those on YouTubers all over the place, not me, because I don't get sponsorship deals. But, like, they wouldn't replace the cable, didn't try, didn't offer me anything as a solution for the fact that the power cable had broken. And that annoyed me. And like I said, 12 volt is mildly successful. It will charge by solar perfectly, but I have a perfectly good solar system hooked to 2 batteries, so it's useless for me to charge it that way. Whereas this thing has been working great. I can also charge this by 12 volt, which it seems to do very efficiently, or I can charge it by a wall plug as well as solar. I usually charge it via 12 volt off of the solar system. So while the solar system is charging, this is also charging. If I need to, I can also charge it off the inverter, which is a little bit faster. And then I can have a 300 watt power station with backup power on top of my solar system if for any reason the solar system really got dragged during the day and I just wanted to trickle out to the fridge overnight. So I really like this thing and I really use it a lot. And I like having this in addition to a small solar system. Rather it's this or the Jackery or some other product. But this one, you know, which I got as a gift, has been working out great. And like I said, I use it all the time. So this particular blender is 100 and, let's look at the numbers there. It's 175 watts. So there's your specs right there. And so in theory, I should be able to run this blender off of this 300 watt Rockpal's as well as my inverter in my van, but the cord is really short and where my inverter is really awkward, so I would prefer just to stick this on the table in front of my bed, plug this plug in, and then start the blender, which is what we're going to do right now. Alright, time for a taste test. Alright, seems like this is going to turn out great. This makes breakfast so much easier. So I take a multivitamin every morning, which I've been doing for a while. Right now I have the Vita Fusion, but I usually just look for an overall multivitamin. This one specifically says for women. I don't make a big deal about brand. It's a multivitamin supplement. It's the only supplement I'm using right now. And then I used to do, and I was very successful by doing this, is I did protein shakes every morning as my first meal. And yeah, that's what I've been doing, used to do, and I was very successful. And again, part of the sliding scale of unsuccess was just like losing access to regular power, not having enough storage for pre-prepping meals and stuff like that. And some of that came with sharing housing, which is another reason that I'm never interested in going into another roommate situation, because there's just so many little things you have to work around in order to make that work. And sometimes it means reducing parts of yourself. And in my case, it reduced parts of myself that compromised the lifestyle the way I want to live it. But now I feel 100% confident. Whether I'm running it off my inverter or the Rock Pals, I'll be able to continue with my, protein shake smoothies. I also kind of mess around with what kind of protein I get. I picked this one up randomly. Didn't know how it was going to work out. I was like, it has protein and greens. So I was like, I'm going to give that a go. Seemed to work out really good. I'm loving oat milk right now as a substitute milk. I've been looking for a good substitute for a while. I like almond, but I don't like it with everything. Soy is a little watery. I don't mind it, but oat milk has just won me over as like the best alternative milk there is. So I really, really like it. And then I have my little half a banana that I stuck into the shake. Love to add me some peanut butter. And it's just really tasty. And I like that I don't need an extra cup. Like, this is the cup. I blend it, I wash this out, it's ready for the next morning. Got nothing else on this particular moment.